What's going on? Welcome to Blockchain Tech and Finance News with me, your host, Ken. Good morning, wherever in the world you are. I hope you're having a great and awesome, cool, safe day. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Throw on the captions, turn off the bull crap. So Blockchain Tech and Finance News right here, right over there. Smash the subscribe. But I can't talk English. Never mind another language. Smash the subscribe button live. This is live, weekdays, 7:30. It was 7 a.m., but it's too complicated to do at 7 a.m. So 7:30. Between sharing, news, research, networking, and Saturday, 11:30 a.m. EDT time. Also, if you're into NFTs, you can check Kin's art on OpenSea and Foundation. You can follow me on TikTok, KinToshi follow me on Instagram, KinToshi and follow me on Twitch, KinToshi for extra content and gaming. All right, so the first piece of news. Actually, before we do the news, as always, we're going to check the market watch. So, starting with the Dow, we got the Dow. Hey, I don't want the futures right now. All right, got the Dow up 0.64%, the S&P 500 up 0.69%, NASDAQ up 0.76%, the global Dow down 0.04%, gold down 0.09%, and oil down 0.4%. In the Europe markets, we got the FTSE 100 down 0.1%, the DAX down 0.65%, CAC 40 down 0.74%, FTSE MIB down 0.73%, the IBEX 35 down 0.59%, and Stock 600 down 0.51%. In the Asia markets, we get the Asia Dow up 0.72%, Nikkei 225 up 0.44%. Someone correct me in a comment. Is it Nikkei? I'll have to look that up if someone can help me. Anyways, Hang Seng up 1.16%, Shanghai up 0.22%, Sensex up 0.98%, Singapore up 0.33%. On the FX, we got the euro down 0.2%, the yen up 0.26%, the pound up 0.1%, Australia dollar down 0.19%, the DXY index up 0.08%, and the Wall Street IDX, WSJ IDX is up 0.17%. Let's see. Rates on the US 10-year is 0.0481, Germany 10-year is 0.0881, Italy 0.119, Spain 0.106, the UK 10-year is 0.125, and Japan 10-year is 0.0028. On the futures, we got the DGIAF down 0.29%, the S&P F down 0.36%, the NASDAQ F down 0.41%, gold down 0.07%, silver down 0.02%, and crude oil down 0.4%. On the crypto markets, we have Bitcoin down 1.18% at $19,920. I got some news on Bitcoin today and Ethereum today as well, so check in on that. Ethereum, we got it at $1,361.12, up 0.25%. XRP up 1.4% at 38 cents. Bitcoin Cash up 1.28% at 113. Litecoin USD $51.98, down 0.54%, and Monero up 0.76% at $142.05. All right, so let's go into our first piece of news. I'm just going to jump right on into this. Is from CNBC. Also, chat with me. Let me know in the chats what kind of news you think is prevalent. If you got something on the heads up, say what's up. If anything, I'm going to retweet the stream out briefly to where it needs to go. Couple places there. I'll wait to see if anyone wants to chat. This first piece of news is again from CNBC. about how Bitcoin slumps against the Fed. Bitcoin slumps, the Fed decision, DOJ takes action, curb crypto crime, CNBC, crypto world. It's just a bunch of headline news. So, yeah, let me see one thing here. I want to put this stream into Discord as well. And so if y'all are into Discords and Blue Chip Club Discord, let me see. All right. What shift market got going on? All right, back over to my own thing here. Oh, I got people following me. All right, let me get that. I want to read the news. It's 7:30 now. I did start a little early, so I guess now I should start reading the news. Start reading the news now. All right, I got this shared out. There we go. I'm just gonna place this in the Discord. Also, if you're into Twitter Spaces, today I've got a Twitter Space after my friend Blassy's Moonriser Radio. Typically goes till like 9:30, 10. But I have Sunrise Radio starting at 9:30 a.m. with Gold Ape Gang, and y'all can jump into that. All right, public chat. I've started my daily blockchain, tech, and finance news. Link. Every weekday at 7:30 a.m. EDT. I'm gonna save this in the notes so I can just go ahead and show it on each and every new morning. Every day at EDT time, and on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. EDT. Enjoy. All right, boom, bam, let's go. Put that in the Blue Chip Club. All right, it's already in there. Let your unique awesomeness and positive energy inspire confidence in others wherever you go, no matter what the weather. Always bring your own sunshine. If you want light to come into your life, you need to stand where it is shining. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Have a lovely Tuesday. Awesome and kind words. Great. You know what? I want to make this person Mod Squad. Mod Squad. Welcome to Mod Squad. All right. Oh, wait. One more. Again, I can see you in the chats if y'all want to chat with me. I'll open up the chat right now real quick. Whether you're on YouTube, Twitch. I mean, I can do the chat overlay also. They're on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. You can see the chat there. I'll turn on the chats once in a while. I'll review your comments so I can see. I can like the screen move there. That's to bring up the chat, and so I can see your comments. Everyone can see your comments. If you'd like to have your comment featured on here, if you have a question or something you'd just like to input, something cool, then that's always cool. All right. Let's go. I think my audio is probably cool, right? That's always cool. All right, great. All right, so finally, I'll be doing all this sharing earlier, so I'll be still kind of like starting the stream at 7:30. At 7 a.m. around that time, between 7:30 a.m. The stream will be live before. I'll be chilling here. I'll be able to take chats, but I'll start reading the news at 7:30. So it's 7:35 now. We're 5 minutes past the news reading hour, right? News reading time. But again, yeah. So you'll be able to chat between 7:30 while I share out things, while I talk like this, get streams going, get the stream going, get all the audio balance and all that jazz. And 7:30 a.m. we're go time. Let's go. Bitcoin from Crypto World CNBC. This is from writer. Do they have a writer on here? Oh, they want to watch a video. Y'all want to watch a video this morning? We could watch a video this morning. So CNBC features the latest loot news. Okay, Bitcoin slumps again ahead of the Fed decision, and DOJ takes action to curb crypto crime. I thought this was an article, but I guess it's just a video. So we're gonna watch a video here. I probably would have turned this off otherwise, because now we're gonna get an ad. Don't get me wrong, I love space. Oh, crypto.com, yeah, okay.
Today, crypto prices plummet ahead of another round of interest rate hikes. The DOJ prepares a new network to take down crypto crime. And South Korean officials reportedly want international help in tracking down Terra co-founder Do Kwon. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Kate Rooney. Crypto markets facing another day of steep losses to start the week. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin traded just above $19,000. Ether tumbled to $1,300 and Cardano slid to about 45 cents. Crypto markets and Wall Street are both bracing for the Federal Reserve to announce another interest rate hike on Wednesday. Of course, investors are also eager to hear Fed Chair Jay Powell's comments after that announcement and whether the central bank will continue its aggressive pace of rate hikes. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. First, for a long time, investors have been looking for insight.
So I guess we can just chill and watch this for about 10 minutes and read the cool articles. But yeah, let's hear what they have to say here. It's about 10 minutes. I might not watch the whole thing.
More than 150 federal prosecutors across the U.S. will be assigned to a new unit aimed at curbing crime in the industry. U.S. officials say the goal of what's called the Digital Asset Coordinator Network is to designate experts in the U.S. attorneys' offices to handle the sophisticated technical and legal complexities presented in crypto cases. Attorney General Merrick Garland stressed the importance of working with different government agencies to, quote, prevent and disrupt the exploitation of these technologies to facilitate crime and undermine our national security. The announcement came the same day as the Biden White House released its regulatory framework for crypto. These latest regulatory developments could be the clarity investors and particularly institutional investors have been waiting for, but they still need to be put into action.
Would it be better if I started like doing the face motions like
the SEC
Bitcoin
and Ripple
today and Ethereum
and the lawsuit over XRP. On Friday,
like,
the
does that make sense better? Like if I do like, the face motions like these casters are doing?
Violated securities laws in its issuance of the
SEC
XRP
and Ripple.
token.
What's new over
As a
that?
refresher, the SEC sued Ripple and two of its executives back in December of 2020.
When has the SEC not been suing Ripple? Let me ask that.
$1 billion by selling XRP, which was an unregistered security. Ripple denies that claim And this lawsuit is just one example of the SEC's attempts to regulate the crypto industry through court rulings, but this particular case is an important one. If the judge does rule that XRP is a security, it could mean many other cryptocurrencies are as well, and therefore fall under the oversight of the SEC. And last, South Korean prosecutors allege Do Kwon is refusing to cooperate with an investigation into the collapse of Luna and Terra USD, so they're asking for help from international authorities. The Financial Times reports that South Korean officials asked Interpol to add Do Kwon
I'm gonna skip
to the
ahead
red
in this.
notice.
I read this the other day. Yeah, they're looking for the Luna dude.
Time post-merge volatility continues to hit Ether prices. For more on the state of crypto markets and what drive the rally, fellow host Jordan Smith spoke to Mo Sheikh, CEO of Aptos.
We saw some pretty lackluster.
She's like painfully trying to keep reading the monitor. All right, I'm not watching this. We are not watching this.
They have well to potentially.
That guy's got nice skin, I will say that much. What you doing? Is it a filter?
Many in their portfolio. And
all right.
We think
this is literally like a whole thing I'm not going to watch.
Excited about Web3.
Yeah, be excited about Web3. And we're going to go on to the next article here.
Solutions for all
so we read some recaps there. Maybe it's like a weekly recap, right? We'll do the weekly recap video there. Anyways, we're going to go into Reuters news. I think it's Reuters. This is from Meta Singh, the commentary. This is in Lisa Pauline, the tackle. Cryptoverse after merge, Ether heads for a $20 billion Shanghai splurge. September 20th, the merge came, saw, and conquered. Now, not that you'd guessed from crypto prices, the Ethereum block upgrade finally went September 15th, moving into a less energy-intensive system with a hiccup, even though the application of the event had seen Ether rise about 85% from its June doldrums. It has since sunk 19%, hit along with Bitcoin and other risky assets by investor angst over inflation and central bank policy. All right. So, weird article the way this is laid out. Oh, it's bringing me into different articles. That's confusing. Let's go back here once more. There it goes. All right. Nonetheless, many market players are bullish about the long-term prospects of Ethereum and its native cryptocurrency. Previously, we have talked to sovereign wealth funds and central banks to help build their digital assets allocations, but direct investments has been voted down due to energy concerns, says Marcus Thielen, Chief Investor Officer at asset manager IDEG Limited. With Ethereum moving to proof of stake, this clearly solves that last pillar of concern. Now turning their attention to the next event that could shake up prices. Significant up is the Shanghai, expected by market participants in around 6 months' time, which is aimed at reducing high transaction costs. It would allow validators who have deposited Ether on the blockchain in exchange for a yield to withdraw their stake coins or hold or sell. There's at stake over $20 billion of Ether deposits, all currently locked up, according to the data provider Glassnode. The staked Ether crypto coin, viewed as a bet on Ethereum's long-term success, as it cannot be redeemed until Shanghai happens. Is trading at nearly parity with Ether at 0.989 Ether, according to CoinMarketCap data, indicating confidence in future upgrades. The coin has dropped as low as 0.92 in June. Purge and splurge. Beyond Shanghai, a slew of other upgrades are planned for Ethereum, which co-founder Vitalik Buterin has named the Surge, the Verge, Purge, and Splurge. The primary focus of future upgrades is likely to be on the blockchain's ability to process more transactions. Because the merge was delayed for several years, investors, traders, and end users have a great deal of trepidation around when Ethereum will meaningfully scale, says Thorne, head of firmware research at blockchain-focused bank Galaxy Digital. Paul Brody, global blockchain leader at EY, says Ethereum's future needs to needs to and will scale to hundreds of millions transactions a day. On the Ether rise, with new areas of application, Ether's usage gained traction among investors in the past few years, and it aims to process 100,000 transactions per second after the completion of key phases following the upgrade to Merge. Ethereum killers. The Merge's primary goal was to reduce Ethereum's energy uses as cryptocurrencies come under fire for their massive carbon footprint. The blockchain's energy consumption was cut by an estimated 99.95%, the developers claim, which could tempt powerful institutional investors formerly constrained by environmental, social, and governance ESG concerns. The Merge and future upgrades also dent the investment appeal of so-called Ethereum killer blockchains like Solana and Polkadot, said Adam Struck, CEO of venture capital firm Struck Crypto. However, institutional investors aren't jumping in just yet, as a fearsome macro environment chills the waters of risk appetite. Longer term, though, the switch to POS, proof of stake, is expected to decrease the rate at which their Ether tokens are issued, potentially up to 90%, which should drive up prices. Because the issuance is not allowing for lesser liquidation of people who want to liquidate rather than hold. Additionally, annual yields of 4.1% for staking Ether tokens to validate transactions could prove tempting for investors. I think all you have to have is 32 ETH still right now to stake. However, while the proof of stake method allows for these lucrative yields, many crypto purists point out that it moves Ethereum away from a purely decentralized model, as the biggest validators could exercise greater influence over the blockchain. For the time being, however, Ethereum world might be advised to enjoy the merge moments. There may be volatility in the days to come, said analyst Kaiko Research. But for now, the community can take a well-earned victory lap. All right. What is that thing? That's actually someone flying a drone cycle. This is the world's first flying bike.
We are cyclists. We come from
Whatever. Anyways, cool cycle bike. Get out of my attention deficit disorder and back into the news. All right, well, I'll bring up the next stream here. While that is loading in, again, this is Blockchain Tech and Finance News. Smash the subscribe button. Live weekdays at 7:30 a.m. EDT and Saturday at 11:30 a.m. EDT. You can search my KINSAMURAI if you like NFT art on OpenSea Foundation. Follow on TikTok, KinToshi. Follow on Instagram, KinToshi. And follow on Twitch, KinToshi for gaming content and other social contents. Let's go right on to this article now. Let's go. So this is from Bitcoin.com in the news. This is in the finance sector by Terrence Zimwara. The study, Samsung named most active investor in crypto and blockchain startups. Between September 21 and mid-June 2022, Samsung invested in 13 crypto/blockchain companies, thus making the South Korean corporation the most active among the top 40 corporations. That's also they have the Samsung Galaxy stores have Key Store, so they have cryptocurrency wallets built into the chipsets on their phones, Samsung Galaxy phones, compatible with the Tron blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, and the Clayton blockchain from South Korean conglomerate Kakao. Google's parent Alphabet firm, on the other hand, tops the category of top corporations that participated in the biggest funding rounds. 40 corporations invest $6 billion. According to the research firm Blockdata's analysis of investments in blockchain and crypto startups by top corporations between September 21 and mid-June 2022, the South Korean electronics giant Samsung was the most active, having invested in 13 companies. United Overseas Bank, which invested in 7 companies, is the next most active and closely followed by 2 American financial service giants, Citigroup and Goldman Sachs. Here's a little block data thing you can look at there. Again, I have all these articles on the YouTube recaps on my YouTube, so you can read at your own leisure and do more research. As shown by the analyst, the number of crypto or blockchain startups funded by Samsung, United Overseas Bank, Citigroup, and Goldman Sachs in the period under review is nearly half, 31%, 31 in the total number of startups, 65 that raised capital from the 40 top corporations. While the data on the exact amount invested by each corporation is unavailable, Blockdata's analysis will still gives an estimate of the amount that was invested by all the corporations. The 40 companies invested approximately $6 billion into blockchain startups between September 21 and June 2022. Because some rounds involve participation from multiple investors, it is unclear how much each company invested in the project, reads Block Data's research report. Meanwhile, concerning corporations that were active in the biggest funding rounds, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, tops this category after it participated in rounds that raised just under $1.51 billion. BlackRock is in second place, having participated in 3 funding rounds in which $1.17 billion was raised. The American financial service giant Morgan Stanley occupies the 3rd spot, having participated in 2 rounds which garnered $1.1 billion, while Samsung is in the 4th place with $979 million invested. Corporations invest in crypto companies. Concerning the use case that top corporations are interested in, Block Data determined that 19 of the companies receiving funding were in some form of non-fungible tokens, NFT solutions and services. 12 are marketplaces, which 11 are in the business of providing gaming services. Explaining the different investment approaches by top corporations, the research firm said Samsung is placing bets across the blockchain ecosystem, investing in companies focused on 15 different use cases such as blockchain services, development platforms, NFT, and social networks. On the other hand, Alphabet and BlackRock are showcasing a completely different strategy by making concentrated bets on a smaller set of companies. All right, so this is that right there. Study in Samsung named most active investor in crypto and blockchain startups, and to be honest, I've seen it. I've been noticing that over the past actually 4 years with Samsung. We're going to keep going into this next article. So this is from Crypto Briefing. The SEC makes bizarre claim about U.S. jurisdiction over Ethereum in court filing. The Securities and Exchange Commission claimed in a court filing today that Ethereum transactions take place in the United States due to the majority of validators being located in the U.S., but its reasoning may fail to hold up. The key takeaways: the SEC is suing crypto YouTuber, Ian Balina, for making undisclosed promotions of an Ethereum-based ICO-era crypto project, Sparkster. Never even heard of it. Never even heard of this person either. Interesting. In its filing, the SEC claimed that Ethereum... This is why I don't like... When people approach me, they're like, can you promote this? Can you promote that? Can you do... like? And I'm just like, no. Because nope, not interested. The only thing I will promote is like something like crypto.com, wanting to put like a commercial thing on my site or something like that. In between my streams, or like that, but no, nothing like these. Like, hey, can you promote my ICO? Nope. In its filing, the SEC claimed that Ethereum transactions should be considered as taking place in the United States since there are more nodes in the U.S. than any other country. The SEC has been widely criticized for its regulatory approach towards crypto. New court documents from the Securities and Exchange Commission show that the regulator is claiming that due to the fact that more Ethereum nodes are located in the U.S. than any other country, Ethereum transactions should be considered as taking place within the U.S. So Ian Balina charged for undisclosed promotion. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, filed a lawsuit today against crypto YouTuber Ian Balina for allegedly failing to disclose the compensation he received promoting Sparkster in its token. SPRK. Okay, so I guess if you want to, procure some marketing for your ICO, which I'm still not going to do, I'll tell everyone that I'm shilling your token, so the SEC doesn't sue me, right? If that ever occurs. I'm really not interested in promoting ICOs and tokens because there's huge conflicts and problems just with that. All right. The SEC is also charging Balina for not registering with the regulator before selling some of his own SPRK tokens in his Telegram investing pool. Oh yeah. See, this is why I also don't want to have anything to do with it, because I got to do all these like registrations and all this stuff for a token if I want to sell them, and I've already had enough registering things with the SEC. Sparkster held an initial coin offering ICO for SPRK between April and July 2018. Built on Ethereum, Sparkster was pitched as a decentralized cloud network. The project has yet to deliver a product and has been faced with a class action lawsuit which Balina joined. According to the SEC's filing, the company based in the Cayman Islands is guilty of raising more than $30 million from investors in the United States and abroad by selling them unregistered securities. But the SEC lawyers made the unprecedented claim in their court filing that Ethereum transactions should be considered as originating from the United States despite the decentralized nature of the blockchain. At that point, Spark investors each contributions were validated by a network of nodes on the Ethereum blockchain, which are clustered more densely in the United States than any other country. As a result, those transactions took place in the United States. According to Ethernode's organization, Ethereum is currently being operated by over 7,771 nodes. 42.33% of them are based in the US, 11.6% in Germany, 4.55% in Singapore, and 4.54% in France, with the rest being distributed across 72 different nations. The SEC and crypto, while the US regulator has indicated that Bitcoin should be treated as a commodity and fall under the supervision of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, so the Wall Street tycoons can hedge against Bitcoin for the years to come. Dumping Bitcoin down. I want to see if Bitcoin goes to 15,000. It's going to go low 15,000. I know someone else does news and market analysis, and they're claiming Bitcoin for 10K. So we'll see it. We'll see what happens here, right? Hedging against it so they can scare everyone away, fill their bags, watch Bitcoin go back up, and take their profits off the table, right? That's why this is going on. I'm just saying. I could be completely wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? I love it. SEC Chair Gary Gensler has repeatedly reiterated his belief that most crypto tokens should be considered securities. All right, I'm not going to read this because I'm not going to continue reading this because I was more, because they're just going through like suing someone, and we get it, all right? The SEC makes a bizarre claim about the U.S. jurisdiction over Ethereum in court filing because mainly most of the node congestion of people staking ETH, running and validating transactions are all based in the United States. Let's go on to the next article here. I may not read everything today. We had a lot of news today, and I typically cut my stream at 8 a.m. to go into my friend's space like that. But yeah, chat with me in the chat. Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know in the comments if you got things, whether you're on a Twitch, YouTube, or Twitter, what kind of news you find interesting, anything of that nature. Why am I golly at golf week? Let's get this to load. If anyone doesn't know what Lolly is, you can use the Lolly browser app for earning Bitcoin for shopping at different retailers that are approved with Lolly. Big brands too. There's big brands in there. So this is from Golf Week. Tiger. This is about NFT news. So we got into some blockchain news, some cryptocurrency news, some NFT news here now, and I had finance and technology news. I'm going to read the NFT news. We're going to read some more NFT news. We're going to leave that for tomorrow, okay? So this is Tiger Woods, Tom Brady, and the PGA Tour team up with new NFT platform deal. So what do Tom Brady, Tiger Woods, and the PGA Tour now have in common? The Tour and Autograph, the Web3 brand co-founded by Tom Brady and that counts Woods as a board advisor, announced a deal through 2027 to create a NFT platform and allow fans to own a token of its history. The tour will work with Autograph to create a digital collectible platform that pulls from tour competition data. I'm going to pause this. That pulls from tour competition data, related components. Golf fans will have the opportunity to own and collect NFTs, non-fungible tokens, featuring the best tour golfers as well as some of their favorite moments from the archives and the current season. NFTs is an emerging market that some say is on the verge of revolution in the way digital goods are bought and sold. Chris Wendell, the tour's vice president of media business development, compared it to early days of the internet. We're in our 1 yard line and have the length of the field to grow. He said, this is going to be really good for fans and players. We think it's going to be a game changer. Before his departure to LIV Golf, Phil Mickelson complained that players should have greater control of their media rights as part of the deal. All of the net revenue flows directly to players. It's a program designed to put money directly to players' pockets, Wendell said. It is set up in a way to reward the most popular players and those who are actively marketing their own NFTs. We really want players to lean in and talk about this stuff. Wendell said surveys of tour fans indicate that a small percentage of its audience even know what an NFT is right now, but that will likely change as they become more commonplace. The potential exists to offer a new way for fans to express their allegiance in a certain player, and much like sports betting and fantasy golf, it is a way to attract a different audience to the game. Enhancing the golf world with NFTs will create a connection between us as players and the fans. Woods said in a press release announcing the deal. Additionally, the collectors will have a chance to earn rewards, including access to exclusive digital in-person and on-site experiences. The tour's exclusive NFT digital collectibles platform with Autograph will launch in early 2023. This is an effort by the PGA Tour to try something we've never done before, Wendell said. We're trying to do our best to innovate for our fans and partner with companies willing to take the leap with us. All right. So that's that right there. PGA, Tiger Woods, Tom Brady, NFTs. Amazing. News metaverse firm. Let's see. CBS, Napa County wineries to fight climate change. Let's go into this piece of tech news. I've got let's see. Changing fix student debt crisis. I got something on student debt crisis and that's in finance. So we're gonna do this tech piece of news right here. Piece of finance news. We're gonna close out the stream for the day. I've got more news tomorrow coming up that I'll continue reading. That's more based on NFTs, some technology news again. I am not. Is this just a video? Is it just serving me a video? It might just be a video. Well, have it. Let's watch it. If it'll play. All right, Napa County wineries research new technology to fight climate change. Temperatures, severe drought, and wildfires are threatening grapevines in the wine country. Winemakers are now seeing the effects of climate change and are determined to fight back with technology. Elizabeth Cook has more. All right, let's let this video load here. Man, I have like the fastest gig internet speeds.
Wine country had been hit with one extreme after another, from a deep freeze to drought and excessive heat. A crisis so dire, it threatens the future of a $45 billion industry.
About 3 minutes, actually.
In tonight's Weekend Journal, Elizabeth Cook of CBS station KOVR shows us how growers and scientists are fighting back.
A severe drought, rising temperatures, and major fires all threaten to disrupt a California treasure.
I'm in the heart of wine country. Behind me, these vines make some of the best cab in the world. But those in the industry are worried that our changing climate is going to impact their future. How has climate change impacted your crop?
Oh, dramatically.
Andy Beckstoffer of Napa is the largest grape grower in Northern California.
We've never seen drought like this. We've never seen warm years and early harvests like this.
Steve Mathiasen is a celebrated winemaker.
And they'll all turn.
Both see the dangers of climate change and, like many in the valley, are determined to fight back.
Fighting fire, worrying about fire. What are we going to do about it?
We need to be smart as farmers, and we need to prepare for it.
At their disposal, some innovative strategies tested on this 40-acre vineyard run by UC Davis.
We are forward thinkers. The researchers and the industry are working together, and we're thinking of ways to control the environment as much as we can.
Teams are studying various rootstocks to see which ones are the most drought and heat resistant. Rows of vines are planted in a different direction to avoid direct sun, and layers of leaves as well as artificial shades canopy the fruit in an attempt to keep the clusters cooler.
What it also provides is, it lessens the amount of water being evaporated from the soil and the vineyard.
Another challenge, wildfires. Burning wood creates tiny compounds that can seep into grapes.
If I have a drought condition, I'll lose a part of my harvest. With the smoke, I can lose the whole damn thing.
If there's a wildfire or fresh smoke that still contains a lot of these compounds close to a vineyard, grapes are like little sponges, unfortunately, and they do absorb things from the atmosphere.
These compounds, and not the smoke, can taint the wine.
Think of if you can imagine licking an ashtray.
Researchers are working on sensors to detect these compounds on vineyards. They're also working on ways to filter them out of tainted grapes.
Flavor development.
Andy and Steve are ready to adapt.
We know that we need to implement technology
so that we can continue to have a healthy business and make world-class wines 25 years from now.
Elizabeth Cook, CBS News, Napa Valley.
All right, so that was that piece of news right there. I have one piece of news left here. I'm going to read from. I have other finance, more metaverse and NFT news articles that we're going to go through tomorrow.
Next mornings, we got a great show for you today. A lot of great stories to share.
We don't need to watch that. All right, so this is from CNBC and Personal Finance. So we had blockchain news, cryptocurrency news, NFT news, technology news piece that we just saw right there. And now we're going to go into close out with finance news, okay? One-time presidential pardon will not do much to alleviate student debt crisis, economists say. These changes may be a better solution. Do I got this up on the Jumbotron? Yes. This is from Lori Carter for CNBC. Let's see. Key points. President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan will only make a dent in many borrowers' balances, experts say, but broader changes could help prevent people from falling into serious debt in the first place, one economist says. Student loan debtors are poised to get some breathing room after President Joe Biden unveiled a plan last month to forgive up to $20,000 per borrower in federal student loans. But some experts say that one-time presidential pardon will not do much to alleviate the student debt crisis affecting millions of borrowers around the country. Lawrence Kotlikoff, I'm just going to say Lawrence, sorry, an economics professor at Boston University and president of financial planning software company Economic Security Planning, has spent much of his career focused on the intergenerational redistribution of wealth. That's interesting. It'd be cool to talk with that person. Government programs like Social Security and Medicare take from younger generations and give to their elders while running huge deficits. Kotlikoff, that's a cool name, said. Student loans provided by the government similarly place an undue burden on young Americans, he said. My message would be don't borrow for college to begin with, period, he said. That's what the president should be saying, he added. That's what everybody should be saying. Under Biden's plan, millions of borrowers will see $10,000 in forgiveness for federal student loans, up to $20,000 for Pell Grant recipients. As a result, almost 20 million people, or nearly 45% of borrowers, it's a bit of a tongue twister, will have their debts fully canceled, according to the White House. That's occurring in a population of more than 40 billion borrowers who hold $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. Here's a video here. Again, I have all these articles in the recaps on the YouTube side, and you can read through these. This video is 14 minutes long, and you can do your own due diligence of watching and research if you want to. Bailing out some people, many of whom are still paying college loans off in their 60s, is not a sin, said Kotlikoff, who estimates there are about 30 million people in that age group who are still paying back student loan debt. Those debts could be coming out of their Social Security checks as their balances have grown because they have been charged interest on interest if they were not able to repay. There's no reasonable argument for the government forcing you to be paying this back literally when you're 99, Kotlikoff said. Instead, other possible fixes may help borrowers avoid this situation in the first place. Make student loan debt dischargeable in bankruptcy. Student loans are one of the several types of debt that cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. Kotlikoff argues that this should be changed. If you go bankrupt, you should be able to discharge this obligation just like a mortgage or a credit card, Kotlikoff said. Of course, it will affect your credit score. Another notable economist, Larry Summers, at Harvard University, professor and former Treasury Secretary under President Bill Clinton, who has panned Biden's student loan forgiveness plan as inflationary, also has backed the idea. I think that the best way to relieve student loan debt would be to allow it to be discharged in bankruptcy, Summers tweeted last month. I'd support this reform. Such a move would be also penalize. Such a move would also penalize private creditors rather than subsidize them as Biden's plan party does, Summers wrote. Number 2, set all interest rates to the 10-year Treasury. Everyone should be able to borrow at the government 10-year Treasury bond rate, which is currently used to set the rate for college student loans each year. Parent Plus and graduate student loans should also be set to the 10-year Treasury, said. What's more, if that rate drops, the loan should be immediately refinanced automatically so borrowers pay less interest without having to fill out paperwork, Kotlikoff said. Limit the maximum amount people can borrow. Borrowing should also be limited to the amount that parents and students can actually pay, Kotikloff proposes the maximum amount people should be able to borrow should not affect their median earner's lifetime living standard by more than 10%. This would prevent parents from borrowing an unlimited amount on behalf of their children without any knowledge of who is going to repay the debt. If paid for itself in terms of more people being able to pay back, there's a limit, and once the limit is set, that's going to put some demand pressure on higher ed to lower their prices, Kotikloff said. Taken together, eliminating super high interest and giving people a chance at the lowest prevailing rate while not putting people in debt forever would make money in the long run. It pays for itself in terms of more people being able to pay back, but secondly, there's productivity improvement in the economy, he said. All right, so that's this article here. Closing out the stream for the day. All right, one-time presidential pardon will not do much to alleviate the student debt crisis. Economist says these changes may be a better solution. So we went through those changes that Kotikloff went through. All right, I pray you have a great and safe day. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on bell notifications to blockchain, tech, and finance news here on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Again, this is Blockchain Tech and Finance News every day. Smash the subscribe button live weekdays at 7:30 a.m. EDT and Saturday at 11:30 a.m. EDT. And if you're into NFTs and you want to check out my art, you can check out KinSAR on OpenSea and Foundation. Follow on TikTok, KinToshi.gg. Follow on Instagram, KinToshi.gg. And follow on Twitch, KinToshi.gg for extra social content and gaming content. All right, and that's all I have for today. So I pray you have a great and safe day wherever in the world you are. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. EDT. I'll be here again a little before to share stream, check audio, see what you got going on in chats, and we'll go right on to it at 7:30 a.m. reading the news. All right. Cheers. Ciao. Peace be with you. God bless your kind hearts. Or whichever race, religion, creed you practice. Bless you anyways. Cheers.